That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. Who brings the flavor? That's me. Give me the microphone.
Krissie Nelson of Two Shades live from Pontiac City, and we're here chilling with the new upcoming artist Kenny Lattimore to discuss his new album, also entitled
Kenny Lattimore.
All right, and your hot new single is
For You.
All right, got the girls going crazy, got the guys playing up while they're chilling with their someone. So tell me, how long has this album been out for?
The album has been out for about 10 months. We started out with a single called Never Too Busy, and that took off and had me traveling the world with Barry White last summer. And things are really picking up, and I'm beginning to establish my own rapport with my fans to a point where I can actually tour myself. So we're doing a small club tour now.
So are you new to the game, or?
No, I mean, well, this is my first solo album, and it was a dream that I always had.
Right.
But what I did was I started out with a band like 10 years ago. Actually, I was a baby on the road with the Epic record label. So it wasn't a major distributed album. It wasn't huge commercially. It was a group called Mannequin, and I got my experience on the road with them. And I thank God for that, because being on the road with a group like that teaches you what you really need out on the road, because it's very physically demanding. And you learn a lot about the business as well, without all the pressure being on you. So it was a good experience, and now here we are, and a lot of things are in perspective. I understand how the business works because of that.
So you're enjoying this album?
Definitely. The album is doing really well. I feel tremendously blessed. We've had an incredible year again with the Barry White tour, with the sales of this record. I received an NAACP Image Award for Best New Artist this past year, so it's just been a tremendous, tremendous experience.
Now, you're not from this area. Where exactly?
I'm actually from Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. Great city being from Washington. Big up Washington. Currently, I'm residing in Los Angeles, and that has been a good place for me as far as business. New York and LA are the music meccas, well, and Nashville as well. But for R&B music, New York and LA are just great places to be, a lot of opportunities there.
And where did you start out?
I did start out in Washington.
Right.
When I first recorded anything, it was in Washington. When I did the deal with Mannequin, I was still in Washington.
So you've been touring around with...
Actually, this one, I get a chance to go out as a headliner.
Right.
Because the venues that we're doing are all intimate, like tonight's venue. And what I get a chance to do is really take my time, and it's almost like having a conversation with your audience and inviting them into your living room. That's what I love about this tour, because when you're opening up for another artist, what generally happens is you have maybe a half an hour or so to get out there and do your thing, warm the crowd up for the major act. But this time I get a chance to do my thing.
So the crowd is all yours.
They're mine, just for a minute.
So this is really exciting for you then?
Oh yeah, tremendously exciting.
Dream come true.
Definitely a dream come true. I mean, I guess I can say to up-and-coming artists that your dream can come true, because this is what I wanted to do ever since I can remember. At 12, I was taking voice lessons and starting my formal training. So to have this opportunity and to be before the people and to be received, because everybody's not always received as a new artist. Sometimes it takes you your second or third album before people know who you are. But I feel very blessed.
Now, we got to catch the last bit of your performance here tonight, and I mean, I saw all the ladies going crazy here. Now, who, out of, the vast majority of people, who's receiving you the best? Like, what age group do you think that you're geared towards entertaining to? And,
somewhere between 18 to maybe 50. I mean, it's very broad. And I think it's broad because although I'm young, it's like the lyrical content of the songs is very mature and very in-depth. And the music is very mature. It's not, I think what's happening now is hip-hop has become so popular, and it's become the music of the younger generation. And I'm totally down with hip hop, but the fact that I'm singing these lush ballads and things brings in the adults a lot faster. But then, because I'm in the same age category, I think that more young people are saying, oh, okay, if he's doing this, it sounds good, then it's okay. It's kind of intimidating. And also with artists like Maxwell and D'Angelo out there, it opens up, or an Erica Badu, it opens up a whole new area where music has been before, but there's a new awareness that the younger generation is starting to receive.
So what type of message are you trying to send up there? What kind of vibe are you trying to send up there?
My messages are generally very positive. I have this, I don't know if you'd call it a burden on my heart with my music, showing that African American men are more diverse than I think the way we're seen in the media. And I think that's something for the world to know, because there's so many different images. I think when I look at other cultures of people, there's so many different images there that there's a balance. But I think that we get a bad rap sometimes that we're thieves, we're criminals, we're bad, we dog our women. It's a lot of negative stereotypes that exist.
So where can we expect to see you next, and where are you aiming?
Well, currently I have a song on the Love Jones soundtrack, which I'm really excited about, because that was just a great movie, very funny movie.
And you got to work with?
I got a chance to work, actually, there's a crew in Philadelphia, so you're going to be hearing a lot about Philadelphia and me soon, because Jazzy Jeff, and people know Jazzy Jeff from Fresh Prince, he has a studio in Philly, and I like to go down and work out of there because they have some tremendous writers and producers, and when you go down, you're totally free to just be creative and do what you want to do. So it helps me to not only continue what I've done, but just grow, just as an artist, as a writer. The first things that you hear will be soundtracks, and then we'll start working on the next Kenny Lattimore album. See if we can take that to the next level.
All right, and we'll look forward to that. Now, can we just, since kind of missed the whole tease thing you showed, can you just give us a little taste, of Kenny Lattimore, please?
Oh, wow. For you, I'd give a lifetime of stability. Anything you want of me. Nothing is impossible for you. There are no words or ways to show my love, or all the thoughts I'm thinking of. 'Cause this life is no good alone. Since we've become one, you're all I know. If this feeling should leave, I'd die. And here's why. All I have is for you.
Next in Vibe Magazine, Krissie Nelson and Kenny Lattimore dating. You heard that first one. Woo! My gosh, that was excellent.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Kenny Lattimore, FlavaTV. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.